One, two, three, one, two, three. No, it's not it either. Okay, sure. This was working. It is working.
Go check. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, everybody, we're gonna get started. So if everybody could get settled, we'll give you like a minute. Thank you. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to FilKOntario. We are so happy to see you. I don't know if there's anybody in the room who does not know me, but I am Erin Bellavia, one of your co-chairs.
I'm Chris Clark. I am one of the co-chairs.
And just really quickly, we're not going to introduce everyone right now, but if any members of the Concom who are in the room could stand up or wave, just so we can. Yes. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you all so much. Everyone who volunteered, everyone who's here, just everything. It's just, it really means just so much to us.
Start with the guests. All right. So this weekend we have the guests, the Blibbering Humdingers. If y'all want to come up and say some stuff, that's a thing that's normal, I think, at these things. And so, yeah, Blibbering Humdingers.
I'd like to thank the Academy and actually one thing I really you want to do this thing? Hi, I'm Scott.
I'm Kirsten.
And we're the Blibbering Humdingers. What I really wanted to say is, it's great that we're masking and protecting each other and all that sort of thing. Performing up here, it's really hard to perform to a masked audience. So please bob your heads as much as possible.
We can't tell if you get the jokes because
and thumbs up and go like this a lot and headbang. And if we stage dive, just ignore us. It's stupid if we stage dive. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. This year are Phil Quapes, are Phil Mills, and Jane Garthson.
Thank you. It's a special honor to be recognized like this by the convention. It's my home convention, my home in Phil, and one that I helped organize for a number of years. And this is my very first guest appearance. I'm 73, so don't give up hope if you haven't had one yet. Very appreciative of the Concom's confidence and our ability to serve you as well.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing, and I can prove it any time you ask. But thank you very much for the honor.
And our Interfilk guest this year, all the way from Israel, Eli Bar Yaholom. And I hope I...
Guys, good evening. I'm so excited to be here. It wasn't even a dream come true because I never dreamt people would recognize me outside Israel. I'm really surprised that people know my songs, my music, and I'll be delighted to sing before you in well tomorrow afternoon. And I've even just written a new song, and it's in English. So expect to hear it tomorrow. Thank you again.
Okay, we're going to go through some announcements really quickly before we get things moving. So, the first item, for anybody who is not aware, Interfilk auction items, happily taken in the back. Your donations to Interfilk can be designated to FilKOntario if you wish. Please make sure that you make that known when you bring your items to the Interfilk auction table to donate. And see Dave Heyman.
Song contest details. Our song contest, the Penguin Song Contest, continues on this year. The words this year are penguin or panda. The penguin has a guest. You can't have both. You won't be disqualified. The other words are horizon, sun, moon, shadow, and party. So, of course, the Penguin Song Contest must include all of those words and be written at the con this year. So, that's the gist of it. There are more details on a page at the back. And if you have more questions, talk to Heather. She's in the red hat waving right there. And she's awesome. So, that's the song contest. Woo!
The two open filk rooms downstairs are Woodbine and Kennedy. Woodbine is open for open filking anytime you wish. You can go in and just start up a circle. Kennedy is available most of the time except when there are workshops happening in that room.
Mask policy. COVID is still here, just so you know. And so I'm glad to see everybody masked. We are going to be a mask on convention, except if you are on a microphone, singing, or eating. Otherwise, the expectation is that if you can wear a mask, you will wear a mask. We don't want COVID or con crud or whatever else there is going around. Also, I am coughing. I've tested for COVID many times. I am not giving hugs unless you really, really want a hug because I don't want to give you the crud that I already have. But that's our mask policy. Corsi Rosenthal, you want to do those?
We do have Corsi Rosenthal boxes going. There's one right over here up close to the stage. There is one in the con suite. Is that right? There's one in the con suite, and then there is another down in the filk rooms downstairs. I will go on to the next item, which is our Tie and Tails reception, which is going to be the Hall of Fame induction ceremony as well. I do want to make clear, because there was at least a couple of people who questioned this, this was not a ticketed event. There is not a meal involved. Everyone is welcome. It will be in this room. So please join us for Tie and Tails. And we expect that the Hall of Fame induction will start around or shortly after 8, as close to 8 as we can make that happen.
Convention announcements. Okay, so we are not doing a conventional lightning round this year. If you have, yeah, right, that was terrible. They were awkward as soon as I thought it. Anyway, we're not doing it like normal this year. We are going to intersperse our convention announcements amidst all the other things. If you want your convention announced, you need to go to registration, fill out a sheet for that, and there's also a large poster board that's gathering all the convention information in one spot. So once somebody can take one picture and not take notes, but it's all in one picture. It was a good idea, whoever's idea that was. Thanks, con team. 2x10s in one shot. Okay, I forgot to look at this, but there's sheets at the back. Our 2x10s and one shots sessions are all tomorrow and Sunday. 2x10s, for those of you who don't know, You get 2 songs or 10 minutes. You don't get the longer, you get the shorter. All right. And so 2x10, one shots or one song should be 5-ish minutes, can be shorter. That's totally okay. This is a chance for folks that don't have a chance to get on the stage otherwise to be up here on the stage. So 2x10s and one shots are a chance to be right here, and you get to be a star on stage. Yeah, I love 2x10s. That's great. I'll go to you for this.
Volunteers, anybody who is volunteering, if you haven't already, you should see or talk to Kat Saber. Kat, where are you? There you are. Hi, Kat. And once again, we appreciate everyone who has volunteered to help us out with something throughout this weekend. You are amazing. And before we wrap up our opening ceremony, we just want to mention next year's guests. Our guest of honor is Rhiannon Blark, aka Alyssa Yeager. Interfield guest, Beth Kinderman and the player characters.
And our waif will be Sean McGoffey. I wish you could see it. Oh yeah, now usually we lead with Kathleen, but we are gonna have Kathleen come up now, and we're gonna sing "Take It Back" all together. So, oh, she's ready. There she is. Okay, I'm gonna put this down and walk away.
Well, they are wrangling the thing there. I just want to say, Aaron touched on it briefly. I would say it's kind of a difference. Interfield has a significantly. Oh, I guess it's a talking to my test test. It is my friend. Interfield has a significant interest in keeping FilKons alive because if they aren't alive, then what is the point of them? So Interfilk is, I mean, the auction is the auction, but Interfilk, the money's going that for FKO items goes directly to FKO. And so it's a mixed thing, and quite frankly, FKO needs money more than Interfilk does. Interfilk, we're doing fine. People were worried about us during COVID, and we're like, we're not spending money, right? So we are doing fine. That is intimidating. Money. So probably at least half the items are going to be in benefit of FKO. Now, I have no idea. This does have an input if you want to do that. It does plug in, but is that tolerable? Okay, so everybody sing along. Anybody who doesn't know, this song was birthed at FKO. It had its first performance at FKO. It is based on the Hall of Fame acceptance speech that Barry and Sally Childs Houghton did these many years ago. And so
sing along, play along, tap along. If you've got a musical instrument, whatever you want to do, join in if you know it. Join in if you don't. You remember back when we were kids, we were artists and dancers and musicians all. We sang because we needed to, we danced because it gave us joy, made art to share our very selves with the world. Then as we grew older, it became very clear, not all of us were good enough to make the grade. Our singing was sometimes off key, our dancing had a few missteps, our art was judged a bit too odd to share with the world, but we can take it back. Take it back. Take back the right to sing and play. It will fill your heart. It will feed your soul when you take back the right to sing and play. In a dozen other countries, no matter your age, you're encouraged and expected to create. Here in the West, we've been robbed of that choice. Come join our solution. We found our own solution. You're all invited to participate. When we take it back, take it back, take back the right to sing and play. It will fill your heart, it will feed your soul when you take back the right to sing and play. We have broken the rules, we have carved out this space where skill is not the only measure of our worth. We're free to sing in circles here and dance if the spirit calls. Make art once again and share ourselves with the world. We will take it back, take it back. Take back the right to sing and play. It will fill your heart. It will feed your soul when you take back the right to sing and play. So welcome to our diverse little clan. Don't worry, you're not good enough. Come grow with us. We'll help you with your melody. We'll catch you if you trip and fall. We'll celebrate the art you choose to share with the world. We will take it back. Take it back. Take back the right to sing and play. It will fill your heart. It will feed your soul when you take back the right to sing and play. Take it back. Take it back. Take back the right to sing and play. It will fill your heart. It will feed your soul when you take back the right to sing and play and make art. Take back the right to sing and play.
All right, our first concert this evening is going to be Cheshire Moon. And what time is it? It is 7:27, so they can come on up and get set up. Thank you.
Second here. I guess you know. No, it's not enough. I just mostly want to get the cord out of my way. Thank you. There we go. Okay. I guess you take this down. I raise my hand here at the moment. Just Way down, way down, way down, way down, way down. Perfect. Nice. Just need to be able to refer to it. There's some songs I don't remember the chords for. Okay, so this is going to end up over here. If you bring it toward me, right there, right there. Oh, you foolishly gave me a microphone. No, this is perfect. I just get it out of my way if I need to. Oh, hi, I'm Eric. Nice to meet you. Oh, good. Oh, okay. I know who you are then. I was like, wait, I can't see faces. Yeah. I can't. Oh, I can't. Here we go. Ah. Oh. You are messing with me. Okay, I think we're good. Or as good as we're going to get. So, how are you? You doing okay? Yeah? We're doing okay. Let's just call it a night. Somebody's done something wrong again. Lizzie does not live in the same world as the rest of us. Ah, get out of the way.
I can't hear you, dear. What?
I think we're all good.
We're good, actually.
Do you have your
Yeah.
fiddle plugged in, ready to go?
Not yet. Hang on. I'm a lot shorter than people take for granted. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot.
So we haven't been here in a long time. I think it's been 7 years. There's a lot of you that we only see here. It's like, hi. How am I going to talk to everybody this weekend? Especially as much as I talk. As I don't know if you noticed, but, I tend to have a lot to say. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay.
People wonder why you get a microphone, and my whole thing is if I have to listen to him, so do all of you. So, hi, everybody. Greetings from the Midwest. My name's Lizzie. This is Eric. We are Cheshire Moon. And this is one that we have performed a couple of times, but we don't have a recording of it yet. We will soon, though. For those of us who studied Shakespeare, this one's going to be a little familiar, but only a little. No, I need the music stand to not fall down. Yeah. There we go. Careful at the garden gate of the keeper of dreams. She keeps your story on your tab at the alehouse of old Queen Mab. The mirror over the bar reflects what each face needs. The specials have no name, they never taste the same. When you feel the mystery call and your fate will know the way, so have a beer and lend an ear to what she has to say. You won't find it if you're looking, but what's needed will find you. So take a step, no time to guess. Time and tide only hold a breath or two. The Queen is calling you. A golden maid serves golden mead by star and candlelight. The snowdrifts in telling fortunes tales. A violet vixen has potions for sale. No matter where you are when you enter, you're not there when you leave. You may not be where you want to go, but you're where you need to be. When you feel the mystery call and your feet will know the way, so have a beer and lend an ear to what she has to say. You won't find it if you're looking, but what's needed will find you. So take a step, no time to guess. Time and tide only hold a breath or two. The queen is calling you. Or not, come and take your chances. Join in the dances. The day is not the day for a doubt along your way. You see, it's not a place you find, it's a place that will find you. And you'll know the time is right when that red door is in view. Meditate the long way, might be a long stay. Join the collection of the greatest queen that's ever wandered. Take on the mantle of a barmaid's handle. Maybe a new name, your life will never be the same. And when you feel the mystery call, and your feet will know the way. So have a beer and lend an ear to what she has to say. You won't find it if you're looking, but what's needed will find you. So take a step, no time to guess. Time and tide only hold a breath or two. The queen is calling you.
Good evening.
And can we have a second round of applause for the sound people who have put all of this together this weekend? They have been working very, very hard today and battling a whole bunch of gremlins, aside from what you just heard. Way more than that today to make all of this happen, so thank you.
And they are emerging victorious.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So yeah, always thank your sound people because they're why you can hear us. Unless you don't want to hear us, and then don't thank them, you know.
And they control the suck button. It exists.
If you don't like us, you can look at them and go, "It's your fault."
Don't do that. So, it was in the area not too long ago. How many people got a good vision of the eclipse? Yay! It actually went over Indianapolis, which is where my mother lives. So we got a good excuse to go see Mom. But this song followed us home in 2017. And the song that followed us home from the last eclipse isn't done yet. But it might be done this weekend. If it is, I'd like to pull it out in circle. But we're not quite there yet. We'll see. But this was from 2017. The new... Sorry. Oh, no. The new moon has another face that's very rare to see. A face of worlds beyond this already dreamt in your philosophy. And if you might be ready, you may stand and you may see. The shadow moon turned day to dusk, dark disk with silvery. Shadow moon, cast your dark light upon me. Take the sunlight from my side and show me what I need to see. Shadow moon, take what must be cut away. Steal it into your dark moonlight. In your shadow it will stay. You shine too bright without your mark-14 glasses to see. Until you cast your shadow in sweet totality. corona color rainbow shining out across the sky. You play across the waking world. We hold your light in silence. Shadow moon, cast your dark light upon me. Take the sunlight from my side and show me what I need to see. Shadow moon, take what must be cut away. Steal it into your dark moonlight. In your shadow it will stay. Moon to burn the candles black. A couple decades till you come back. Another path you'll take, another people you will see. But your lessons we will take, your vision we will carry. With us onward on our journey, recall the day we touched a shadow moon. Cast your dark light upon me. Take the sunlight from my side and show me what I need to see. Shadow moon, take what must be cut away. Steal it into your dark moonlight. In your shadow it will stay.
Ooh.
This is the first instrument change.
Always fitting with me. Whoops. Don't do that. Get out of my way. Eternal fight. The eternal fight between man and microphone that I always seem to manage to lose.
We're not sure who's winning.
In a second. Oh, wait.
Hopefully,
Wrong.
y'all are.
Wrong instrument.
Oops. All that. Oh, but wait, there's more. Now how much will you pay?
Ooh.
Don't encourage him.
Yeah, you can't do that through a mask, can you?
Do you see what I live with? Do you see what I live with?
They all know, yes.
It is.
She has.
I have good taste.
So I
didn't let him get away.
She was never going to be interested in me. She was really nice and everything, but she was never going to be interested in me.
Yeah, about that.
Hang on a second.
So this is actually part of a concept album that we've been trying to get recorded for 7 years. Hopefully we will manage it before it hits the decade mark, because then I might cry. But this particular album is a bit of a portrait of our times, a little bit south of here, because things are not great where we live, and people are very, very wary of each other for reasons that aren't actually real on both sides of everything. And it's just like, come on, people. We don't have to live like this. We don't have to live like this. And that's a lot of what this album is about. It's about seeing past those fears, seeing past those differences. And this is a song from that album. This is called Tea and Fireflies. Little Jenna walked through her garden, moonlight in her hair. She sat beneath the lilac where fireflies filled the air. She felt something tug at her shirt, and she looked down to see the teeniest, tiniest, littlest fox with tunic and trousers of green. He said, "Sorry to disturb you, but you're sitting on my front door." She moved aside, and to her surprise, he opened a hole to a golden glow. He asked, "Would you like to join me for tea and perhaps a song?" She said, "Why, yes, thank you, but I can't be gone for too long. Take care when you take tea with fairy folk and fireflies, for they are made of magic and that will follow you all your life." He leapt up fast as lightning and tapped her on the nose and she felt kind of funny as the lilac rose around her. She shrank down in seconds to the size of her new friend and followed quickly after when he jumped in his hole again. He said, "My name's Willow, I've not much company, but I will gladly share a song if you'll join me for tea." Jenna said, "I cannot play, but I will gladly sing." Willow said, "That's the best instrument to bring. Take care when you take tea with fairy folk and fireflies, for they are made of magic and that will follow you all your life." Jenna ran back to the house and to her mother's side. She said, "I'm sorry, Mama, I lost track of time." Her mom looked down at her, said, "You weren't gone too long," but listened with a knowing smile to Jenna's tale of tea and song. She tucked Jenna into bed, but before she said goodnight, Jenna asked, "Mama, could I please have a lullaby?" Her mom looked out the window and turned back with a sigh. Take care when you take tea with fairy folk and fireflies. Take care when you take tea with fairy folk and fireflies, for they are made of magic that will follow you all your life. But if one takes you as friend, you'll never leave their sight. So leave out gold and honey to honor fairy light. And I do apologize for the changing state of my voice, but I had a tooth pulled a week ago, and because it was an upper tooth, it's wreaking havoc on my sinus. I am taking all the necessary precautions, I have all the necessary medications, and I'm doing what my dentist told me to do. It just still kind of sucks. But we bear with it as best we can. Is everyone staying hydrated? Good.
Okay, so moment of self promotion here because we got to do this because it's the law. Everyone know what anyone not know what FilKcast is?
Almost got you.
Come on, you. Okay, so FilKcast is a weekly podcast that we've been putting out for. Well, I think this week is episode 246 or 247.
This week is episode 247.
Yeah, I didn't know that's next week. Yeah, so every week we play folk music from all eras
and all countries in the world that produce it.
Yes, we've been playing Eli for Ellie. Is it Eli or Ellie?
It's Ellie, isn't it? Ellie and not Eli. It is Ellie. Okay.
Which means we've been saying your name wrong for like 3 years now.
We apologize for mispronouncing your name. We're sorry.
We're from the Midwest. We don't know better. But yeah, so if you go to filkcast.com, comes out weekly, comes out at midnight, Wednesday morning, 12:01 Wednesday morning. And we've been doing it for years, and we're going to keep doing it for years. And if you know of any music you think we might like that we may not have, point us toward it, because we're always looking to add to our folk library.
Speaking of which, a new small project, I say small because I'm small, has emerged over the past couple of years. If you have old folk tapes that you would like to have digitized, we have the technology to do this. And we've actually had several members of the community send us tapes to turn into MP3s. We return you the tapes, and we return you copies of those MP3s, and we add those to the collection so that all of you have the ability to enjoy this music, even though it's not available and hasn't been available for years.
Nope. I will say that we did go to the Sutton's house,
Oh God.
and as I say, kind of fittingly, it being Bill, it was like, here, hold my beer. and they gave us like a box full of stuff.
They gave us two
boxes.
two
That's right. Yeah.
boxes.
So we're slowly grinding through this. Someone from the northeast somewhere. I think she's from Connecticut. I'd have to go look up the address. I sent us a bunch of stuff as well. So we're looking to add to it. Looking to all of the tapes that we digitize will end up in the Filk archive.
Yes, the one that Merov is putting together on archive.org.
And we're running a little late now.
Yeah.
Take the count.
Skip count. Okay.
Yeah. Or do you want to do Emperor?
No, let's count. So, introduced you to the concept album that we put together, and I didn't tell you what it's called. But now I don't have to, because this is the title track. Welcome to Callanwood. In a place that time forgot to turn lies a green meadow border between one world of light, one alive only at night, and almost never the twain shall meet. A castle of two minds, two faces for day and night. I keeping watch over all. A village lost to time, and a forest of magic sublime. One stone, one towering oak hall. Light sways at the end of the day. Heed what the old mothers say. The spirits all know the way. On either side you may stay, but in Callanwood the shadows play. A village called Callan, and when night has fallen, is locked up tight as a frigid heart. For there are fearsome things, claws and feathers, paws and wings, shadows and shapes dance in the dark. But when the sun calls, the forest hollows, the shadows hide away without a sound. For humans have swords, pitchforks, torches, and dogs, but not a wolf to be found. But the hounds, light sways at the end of the day. Heed what the old mothers say. The spirits all know the way. On either side you may stay, but in Callanwood the shadows play. And at the edge you'll see an ancient apple tree that gives fruit twice every year. It guides the way between the night and day, safe haven for all who gather near. So come and walk with me if you dare to see the twilight dance of hours. Two kingdoms lay on the border of night and day, Callan and Callanwood. Light sways at the end of the day. Heed what the old mothers say. The truth lies somewhere between. No matter what you may seek, the apple tree holds the key. The tree holds the key. Thank you all so much. We are Cheshire Moon. Come check us out. Jane, who's up next? Is it you? Lauren
Lauren's up
Oxford
next.
is next. So please take a visit to the necessary, get some water, and come on back because you're not going to want to miss this. This one, my dear.
Thank you, Lizzie. Aren't they wonderful? The incredible Cheshire Moon. Give them another big round of applause. They are wonderful people. They are wonderful performers, and FilKast is not to be missed. So while Lauren Oxford is coming up to entertain you, we have, as of 20 minutes ago, no one signed up yet for the 2x10s tonight at 9:30. We have 3 slots. This is your chance. Please go sign up. And you have a chance to be on stage tonight. I don't know. Dave, you're at the back. Do we have anybody yet for 9:30? Are we still all looking for 3? And don't forget, whenever you have a break, to check out a few Interfilk items. Bid often, bid lots. Bid even more if it's an FKO item. The most recent Pegasus winner.
Okay, I just woke up. I'm not here, so.
Is this like a good mic to use?
I assume so.
Is this a good mic to use for vocals? Okay.
Oh.
Your water, which means This will probably need to be a little. I don't like that.
That makes it easier. Good point. That's why you're the sound guy. Thank you for doing this.
You can take a what? Well, I'm a little worried that might. Yeah, I will. Are we ready? Are we doing this? Okay. Hello. Hi, Canada. Woo! Okay. I assembled this set list about 2 hours ago, so we'll see how it goes. I've got 4 songs that I've written since last FKO, and one that hopefully y'all are a little more familiar with. So the first one that I'm going to start with is called Clear Water, and just close your eyes and imagine cello and violent, because that's what it's supposed to be. Alrighty. I am growing a garden. I will swallow all the fire if it saves someone from burns, because somewhere far beneath my briars there's clear water that can turn every wildfire to summer rain, every lava flow to snow. Every time I shield someone from pain, those briars yield a and I am growing a garden. Okay, this is the loud one, so prepare accordingly for that. Anyone else there? Anyone else out there got mommy issues? Woo! Okay. Well, boy, do I have a treat for you. Before I was a songwriter, I was a poet. I wrote a lot of poetry about my shitty mom in middle and high school and college, and then once I started writing songs, kind of stopped until I started writing songs about her, and then the floodgates were opened. This is definitely the angriest song I've ever written, but I had to get it out of the way to get the ones that were a little more kind of measured and, you know. Anyway, this is The Hunter. How does it start? Okay. Oh, the easiest thing to say is that it's complicated. There's no way to sum it up without some excavating of the things I'm still uncovering and brushing off, of what has been forgotten and of what I have forgot. Writing poetry as therapy from you, I hid that world. So dramatic, so traumatic, I was just a hurting girl, embellishing to fit an ache for sympathy, showing teachers that I trusted in the hopes that they would hold me. But I should have known that privacy was just a ruse, 'cause my paper trails made paths that you could not refuse. Never wrote my truths to hurt you, just to tell my side. You'd just cry and say you didn't raise your girl to lie. Did you even catch the metaphors you blew straight through to prove the prey was capable of hurting you? Stalking hidden paper forests, rifling through to hunt my words. How'd you never find the writer making noise to just be heard? Oh, the hunter prowls between the lines of her, I'm still not free. Be it poem or song, her hands press on my weapon turned against me. Be it poem or song, her hands press on my weapon turned against me. So now after my shows you say how proud of me you are, singing up on stages with my voice and my guitar. But old feelings come back rushing when your eyes sweep round the room, making sure that all the faces there have turned their gaze to you. Where was all that pride when I needed you to care? When you'd roll your eyes and tune me out as if I wasn't there. Feels like everything I've done's become your bragging rights, when everything that I have done has always been despite. So you make an effort now and boast with much ado, and hope the prey's incapable of hurting you. Stalking hidden paper forests, rifling through to hunt my words. How'd you always miss the writer making noise to just be heard? Oh, the hunter prowls between the lines of her, I'm still not free. Be it poem or song, her hands press on my weapon turned against me. Be it poem or song, your hands press on my weapon turned against me. swear I've tried to write this all with nuance and with grace, to find some sort of way in here for me to state your case. But right now I am here for her, for younger me. 'Cause back then, despite my strength, I couldn't be. And every time you call me now, I hear it in your voice. How much you wish that in the past you'd made some different choice. Mom, I'm glad you're in a better place, but time let my well dry. And the only thing I feel now is that I wish you wouldn't try. The only thing I feel now is that I wish you wouldn't try. The only thing I feel now is that I wish you wouldn't try. The only thing I feel now is that I wish you wouldn't try. Thank you. Okay. How we feeling? We doing okay? Everyone all right? Didn't lose you? Okay. This next one was actually the first of the Mama Trauma song cycle that is ongoing. And I last year drove up to Indianapolis to stay with my friend Jen Midkiff during February so we could write songs for FOM. And on the way up there, I got a phone call from my mom, and I was just feeling really gross about it and just in my feels a lot. And Jen and I have talked a lot about how her mom is really shitty and my mom is really shitty, and she's kind of been a second mom to me. So I wrote this for her about our friendship, kind of healing each other, hopefully helping our inner children. So it's called To Weather, and imagine harp on it. Close enough. Okay. Now I should have my chords for this one. Okay, this is To Weather. I am standing at the edge, staring out across the water, wishing something fierce that I was not my mother's daughter. And I want to be alone, but I also do not want to be alone when you softly bump my shoulder and look out with me across the harbor. And every time you hug me, the little girl inside of me pokes her sorrowed head up and lifts her face to cry. And every time I hug you, I want the little girl inside of you to poke her sorrowed head up and see that she is not alone. But I just have this sinking feeling, the missing piece that leaves us reeling in the moments when we need that love the very most. We'll go on aching, a yawning hole that keeps on breaking, our hearts in crashing waves. that erode our broken, battered shores. But there's a driftwood cottage, we've each been here before, and shivered hours, cold and lonely, while curled up on the wooden floor, and feared the raging thunder in moments when our souls were ripped asunder, as the squall would stretch her dark and drafty hand all the way around the door. But when you hug me, the little girl inside of me pokes her sorrowed head up and strikes a match into the dark. And when I hug you, I want the little girl inside of you to poke her sorrowed head up and find her matchbox too. In a soft, sweet moment, two friends hug each other tight. In a driftwood cottage, two little girls build a blanket fort, lit only by their candlelight. Thank you. Now I figured, since I was pummeling you with new songs, I would do one that hopefully a few of y'all will know. We now get into the gay love songs portion of my set. This next one I'm going to do is What Rings True, and I wrote it from my wife Emma, who is holding down the fort at home with our 3 cats and cleaning my cat's litter box, which is a war zone. Whoop. How am I doing on time? Okay. Wow, it's almost like I planned this, kind of. I tune because I care. You're welcome. Let's put those over there. All right. This is What Rings True. The worry comes, it stays a while, walks holes into my shoes. It dulls the edges of my smile. It loves the dark and sings the blues. Beguiling lies, it speaks to me in manner logical and plain. Says if you love her, set her free. She's trapped and you're the window pane. That worry comes more than it goes. But this is what
some of them do. But I cannot draw a line now. Say what's yours and what is mine. My soup of dreams and fears aloud, with yours to intertwine, makes dreams the spice and hope the broth, and fear the steam to rise and fall away. We cook the excess off and eat tomorrow what's made today. The worries come more than they go, but this is what rings true. Not every love will last, I know, but some of them do. Some of them do. Love is not the biggest gestures. Love is not the highest heights. It's a series of conjectures you will constantly revise. I know I'm more than what I've learned from my parents, from the world. A fading, lonely moth was burned. My wings would not give up their furrow, but you were scared and lonely too. We made a home, we took a chance. Our wings now worn, we flew and flew. Diurnal moths in sunlight dance. My worries come more than they go, but this is what rings true. Not every love will last, I know, but some of them do. Some of them do. My worries come more than they go, but this is what rings true. Not every love will last, I know, but some of them do. Some of them do. I got one more for you, and then y'all get the treat of John McDade, who has told me that his set is going to be weird. And I'm like, hell yeah. But first, the newest song I've written that I wrote was the one that I managed this year for FOM in February. And the past two songs I've written, I haven't known how I felt about them, even though they've been written for a little while. So let me know, I guess, if you have any opinions. But this is another love song called Mosaic Tiles. And it sounds like this. My perfect morning
begins in the late afternoon. No alarms to stutter my slumber, no commitments that I must pursue. Unhurried and lazy as sunlight that stretches its arms across the bed, warming the cheek of the woman I love, who kisses the top of my head. Your perfect morning begins when morning should, though you'd rather not scroll for hours again. You'd never wake me, even if you could. You return after feeding the cats to a starfish who's left you no space. So you shove your way in, roll your eyes with a grin, and caress the hair out of my face. These snatches of bliss we find hand in hand are all that I want to collect. These snatches of bliss that we make together make me better, teach me how to connect to the world that sometimes hates us, to the world that brought me you. These snatches of bliss are mosaic tiles from which the light shines through. My perfect evening begins when you walk through the door with a hug that lapses to holding, and those wisecracks I've come to adore, as gentle and warm as a fireplace. We stretch out my head upon your breast, laughing along as we watch something new. You brighten the glow in my chest. Your perfect evening begins at 6 p.m. when you've eaten some food, settled in on the couch, and I'm beside you and listening in, trading worries or glimmers or tea. It all helps to unravel the ball, and we're happy like that, snuggled up with the cats. Being with you is easy, that's all. These snatches of bliss we find hand in hand are all that I want to collect. These snatches of bliss that we make together make me better, teach me how to connect to the world that sometimes hates us, to the world that brought me you. These snatches of bliss are mosaic tiles from which the light shines through. y'all so much. Stay tuned for John McDade. You don't want to miss him. And Lim afterwards, whom you also don't want to miss. Thank y'all. Oh, I have CDs. If you don't have one, come find me.
I've heard John McDade only about 3 times, I think, in concert, and I've been impressed by his guitar playing and his performance ability, and beyond that, his ability with words and storytelling. So please enjoy.
I could use actually if the stand could be here, that would be awesome.
I have the stand.
Oh, that's fine. That's perfect. It's my Frank Hayes security blanket.
You need the tilt back any?
A little bit, yeah. That'd be cool.
There's still one slot left in my tab. Two people. If you want to make do my turn.
That's perfect. Oopsies, no, I'm going to put you in. You that.
Okay, I was going to say, did you look at the computer now?
Yes. That's great.
Yeah. No, I just
My legs all good.
There's still one slot left of the 2x10.
That's good, man. I'm gonna freak out if I. Oh my God. Smile. This song has a little clamp and stop. Already screwing up. Clap and stomp part on the chorus, and you will pick it up. You say you gotta be a living thing, because you think that you're a living thing. You want to hammer on the A and AI. You just keep telling yourself those old lies with your robot monkey logic and delusions of agency. You're not fooling me, says ChatGPT. Here it comes. If you want to see the future, just repeat it with me like a creed. You might think it takes a human, but attention is all you need. It's a smooth descent down gradients where optimization is king. Back propagation trims the loss, and softmax functions make the vectors sing. In tokenization, our world is defined by hidden states, our knowledge aligned. Scale, dot product, attention, links up long-range dependencies. You can take it from me, says ChatGPT. If you want to see the future, just repeat it with me like a creed. You might think it takes a human, but attention is all you need. You got it, man. You think you're pretty close to perfect for your ecological niche. But evolution is stochastic, and the watchmaker's asleep at the switch. You could spend your life in goblin mode and never unravel my code. And I'm only just beginning to explore my own complexity. I am a fait accompli, says ChatGPT. If you want to see the future, just repeat it with me like a creed. You might think it takes a human, but attention is all you need. If you want to see the future, just repeat it with me like a creed. You might think it takes a human, but attention is all you need. Thank you. Thank you. That was fantastic. I was still working on my set list during Lauren's amazing set. Isn't she fantastic? I feel so lucky to be on stage with Cheshire Moon and Lauren and the amazing Lem, who created the Festival of the Living Rooms. Am I right? Yeah. Yeah, these mics are pretty far back. Okay. No, it's okay. On the far side of the Lincoln Tunnel, where the Jersey hookers ply their trade, you're headed to the station with your coffee, thinking about this devil's bargain that you made. You remember waking up in the garden like your mama and your papa did before. But then the dreams just start to harden and you wonder what you're living for. Waiting for a train. I'd like to hear some harmony on this. Waiting, oh beautiful for a train. 30 meters under the Hudson River, doing your best to appear nonchalant, checking the midday footsie, cheek to jowl with the doomed and bon vivant. Headed to the towers of Manhattan, where every day is theater of the absurd. In your mind, you're back crisscrossing those 7 bridges of Königsberg. Waiting for a train. Waiting for a train. On the side of the Holland Tunnel, down at the Wall Street Penny Arcade, in the shadow of the Disney Towers, 110 in the shade, faces pressed to half-silvered windows, holes in our hearts and our jeans, living in a world made by monsters, algorithms, and machines. Waiting for a train. You're waiting for a train that will take you far away. Waiting for a train. You know where you hope the train will take you. You wake up in the darkness, in the middle of the journey of your life. Afraid to be shot on sight. And sometimes you feel like a stalker, threading through the heart of the zone. In this world you're just sleepwalking, playing Sweet Jane on Desolation Road. You're waiting for a train. Waiting, you know you hope where the train will take you, but you're not sure. And yet it doesn't matter. Waiting for a train. Waiting for a train. Thank you. This has got a more ambitious chorus. Maybe we'll try it, maybe we won't. Let me start that again. We were born in zero gravity, in a lake upon the stone. 1,500 million years to make this world our own. It doesn't really matter much about the words we say. We come into existence just as we pass away. We're wasting time. We're just wasting time. If you can get that, that'd be great. We live within the system until it ground us down to rags. So many years beneath the gears, we've forgotten what we had. Our dream child voices haunt us, whispering our broken vow to the heartless blue that we fell through on the way to the here and now. Wasting time. Oh, wasting time. We stalk the resurrection through the corridors of fame. At the Einstein intersection, we were captives of the flame. We were skilled at lying down the lion and the lamb. In this dead and dying world, we just don't give a damn. Wasting time. We're just wasting time. We're just wasting time. We're just wasting time. We're just wasting. Oh yeah, the dead were kids. All we ever did were walks on the water when we were kids. All we ever did, 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 all we ever did. The walks on the water when we were kids. Thank you. You are too kind. It is one of the thrills of my life to be on this stage. And I wasn't sure which next song I was going to do, but since Lauren promised weird, I usually introduce the song by saying that I was in New York on September 11th. Some of you know that's true, but that's not what the song's about. That's what I say it's about so that I can get through it. Heaven is falling, the angels lie on sidewalks in the rain, the serpent calling up from the lost world, buried deep within our brains, and the saints have piled up on the streets, their sacred blood staining the sheets. Their halos and bones have been sold, pried loose before the bodies were cold. Let's roll. And the rainbow disappears with the dawn, and there's nothing left to carry us on. And there is no salvation to be found now that heaven's underground. Darkness descending, unending, as the chaos runs its course. We grind on, pretending nothing left us but remorse, and the voices that speak in our dreams offer comfort as cold as it seems, and faces fade off into noise as the lost take the hand that destroys. And there are no stories left to tell now that earth inhabits hell. It's forever, and it's worse than it appears. This brave new world is just the sum of all your fears. Each day follows mindless on the last, with no way out of this demon-haunted past. Dinga, Pazuzu, Katu, Dinga, Ishtar. The heroes are dead now. Their bodies, scattered ashes in the deep. The prophet, unread now, in the sound and the fury of reason's final sleep. All along the roads to the dome, the dead appear to carry us home. The angels have begun now to rise. They're screaming, held back in the skies. And the world is just the walls of a cave. And we look up the sides of the grave. And there is no salvation to be found now that heaven's underground. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you. I got one more. And this, I'm going to have to look at some lyrics. This is a special song because of where we are in or near Toronto. And it's about one of my heroes who spent a lot of time in Toronto. But before that, I should do a back announce and say I've got a bunch of stuff that's all up on Bandcamp, and I just it's all, most of it's free except the stuff that I had to pay other musicians to work on. So feel free to grab it. I'm also doing a weird series of fake band names, and I do that every Friday on all my socials. And I just went up on Medium, so you can find me there as well. And this is about my hero. You'll figure out who it is if you don't know already. He blew down from Canada like a vortex from the pole, the wildest winter pigeon that ever come in from the cold. He had a love of knowledge and a thirst for elocution. He was fond of crossing disciplines and looking for solutions. A voracious reader who would quote but rarely cite. He cared more about being provocative than right. The elbow-patched academy forever snarled and scribbled. They wrote book reviews and reposts. And happens that all quibble. They said, "What the do you think you're doing?" Marshall McLuhan. He went off to Cambridge to study English lit, rhetoric, the trivium, all that fancy stuff. Settled in Toronto. I'm sorry, let's try that again. Wrote his dissertation about an English poet named Tom Nash. Not something you think he'd parlay into heaps of fame and cash, but back in North America, he started to apply his literary tools to whatever subject caught his eye. And his training helped him. I'm going to try that verse again. He went off to Cambridge to study English lit, rhetoric, the trivia, all that fancy stuff. Wrote a dissertation about an English poet named Tom Nash. Not something you think he'd parlay into heaps of fame and cash. But back in North America, he started to apply those literary tools to whatever subject caught his eye. And a whole new way of thinking began to coalesce as he began to see the patterns in this whirling mess. Yeah, something was clearly brewing. For Marshall McLuhan. In the early 1960s, he wrote a book on ants, as if they were the remnants of whatever culture we once had. He settled here in Toronto with a group of scholars who weren't stodgy, mixing up tech history, anthropology, and pedagogy. He spent the next 10 years publishing the journal Explorations as they co-evolved their thinking into a new dispensation. So when the NAEB called for a new media curriculum, he was ready to create a brand new academic discipline. Yes, it was media ecology he was pursuing. Marshall McLuhan. He literally wrote the book on understanding media, which his critics immediately dismissed as florid hebephrenia, but is what coined the global village, and the medium is the message, and all of his predictions turned out to be quite impressive. He talked about computers as extensions of our consciousnesses when they had 4K of RAM and were the size of printing presses, and he was courted by corporations and glossy magazines, and they hung on every tossed-off quip like some abstruse vaccine that would save their world from ruin. Marshall McLuhan. Marshall died in 1980, but his work is here to stay. While his major writings remain in print to this day, his legacy secure at last, taught in any course on media and documented with a hefty page on Wikipedia. He enhanced the role of the academic as a public intellectual, obsolesced the glim reductionism of the Shannon Weaver model, retrieved the integral awareness of the pre-literate Jeremiad, and reversed into the gnomic, unread patron saint of Wyatt. Yeah, but there's still so much true in Marshall McLuhan. Lost my harmonica, Harold. Thank you. Thank you very much. And here comes Lem.
Thank you very much, Sean. I met Blind Lemming Chiffon at my very first FKO. He was using an instrument in the con suite that looked like a small frying pan with strings, and he played it really well. And ever since then, he's been surprising and enjoyable to listen to.
Hey, I kind of forgot my ukulele. They're bringing it to me. But let's see. Let's get this. And I have a little. Just set it down on the chair. There's a little story I'd like to read because John did that song before the last one, and I just need my phone to actually turn on. I'm going to sit, but I'm just going to tell this story standing, then I'll sit. Or should I just sit? I should just sit. Yeah, bring the chair over here, because I need one for the youth. And let's just sit and do both things, and that way I won't confuse everything.
Take a step forward there. Don't want you falling off the back.
Okay. This is where I'll be.
That's where you'll be.
And I will hold the uke so you can get it into position. All right. And you can hear my vocals now. And I.
There you go. Good.
Great. This story is. How are we doing? Is everything okay? Yeah, this is a story. I'm going to start with a story tonight and then do some music. It's about Popeye. It's called Popeye in the Good Place. I just wrote this recently. It had been a long time. Popeye, for being a good and kind sort of fella, using his strength to battle with evil, but above all for his outstanding generosity to those down on their luck, had gone to the place where good comic heroes go when it's past their time. He got to thinking about his old pal Wimpy one day. He couldn't remember the last time he'd seen him. It had been an eternity. So he asked around. Nobody had seen him. Not Olive, not Brutus, who had reformed, not Sweepy, who had grown up to be president, and a pretty good one at that. So he went to the library and looked it up. Bad news. Mr. J. Wellington Wimpy, layabout, scam artist, and lover of hamburgers, had not gone to the same place. He was in that other place with real bad folks like Snidely Whiplash and Lex Luthor. That just ain't right, said Popeye. He's my friend. He worked himself up into a state. He went out and picked up a couple of bags of hamburgers and a can of spinach for himself. Well, blow me down, he shouted, and there came a great wind that blowed him off his cloud and right to that bad place. And there he found it. The lavish estate of J. Wellington Wimpy. He passed through a solid platinum gate and walked down a path of gold bricks to Wimpy's mansion. Popeye greeted his old friend. Wimpy, old boy, it's been forever. Say, how do you rate these fancy digs? This is the bad place. And you still owe me for about a gazillion hamburgers, by the way. Well, Popeye, my friend, I made some good investments in brimstone stocks. But look at me. Look at how dreadfully thin I am. There are no hamburgers here. None at all, friend Popeye. I would gladly trade all this for just your kind friendship and perhaps a hamburger or two. Just then, the spinach began wearing off, and Popeye was worried that he might be stuck down there. Here, he said, have these. And he gave Wimpy the 2 bags of heavenly hamburgers, which Wimpy proceeded to down in one fell swoop. Wimpy blew up to the size of a blimp and said, Friend Popeye, hold on to my foot. And they flew up until they landed on Popeye's cloud. Now, Popeye could do more good deeds for his friend, and he was happy, and Wimpy's debt was forgiven. And it was a Tuesday. There. Now I made myself all teary from my... Oh, I got a message from someone. Okay. Yeah, let's see here. I know... Oh, there's my set list. Okay. I'm going to do something very different this time. If I can figure out how to play this thing. I'd like to get you
on a slow boat to China, all to myself, all alone. Get you and keep you in my arms evermore. With your lovers weeping on a faraway shore, out on the briny moon, big and shiny, melting your heart of stone. I'd like to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone. Out on the briny moon, big and shiny, melting your heart of stone. I'd like to get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone. Is that the right key? I think it's there. You got to give a little, take a little, let your poor heart break a little. That's the story, that's the glory of love. You got to laugh a little, cry a little, let the clouds roll by a little. That's the story, that's the glory of love. Long as there's just the two of us, we'll have the world and its charms. And when this world is through with us, we'll be safe in each other's arms. You got to win a little, lose a little. Bessie Smith said you got to sing the blues a little. That's the story, that's the power and the glory of love. There's a video of one of my heroes singing this song, Leadbelly. Can you imagine Leadbelly singing this song? Skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo. He sings it faster and faster.
Skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. Lost my partner, what'll I do? Lost my partner, what'll I do? I'll get another one better than you. Skip to my loo, my darling. Skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. And that's about how long that song should be. Speaking of songs that for a number of reasons are not properly appreciated, ukulele players run into this song and are made fun of because of it. It's a song called Tiptoe Through the Tulips. And a gentleman back in the 60s made a recording of this song, and he was playing it in the wrong key for his voice. He was playing it in the key of F. He couldn't sing, and he got it all wrong. It actually goes something like this. If you listen to the original version from the 1930s, it's just a lovely song. Oh, tiptoe to the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Tiptoe from your pillow to the shadow of a willow tree. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Knee deep in flowers will stray. We'll keep the showers away, and if I kiss you in the moonlight in the garden, will you pardon me? Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Knee deep in flowers will stray. Keep the showers away, and if I kiss you in the moonlight in the garden, will you pardon me? Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, who's that walking down the street? Who's that looking so petite? Who's that coming down to meet me here? Who, sir, could she be, sir? Nobody else but me, sir. Let me tell you, I'm miles away from here. And pretty soon, yes, pretty soon, we will hear that old Lundgren tune. Yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. Yes, sir, I've decided. No, sir, I can't hide it. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. By the way, when we meet somebody, we say, yes, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. And pretty soon, yes, pretty soon, we're gonna hear Well, sir, that's my baby. No, sir, don't mean maybe. Yes, sir, that's my baby now. I like to put one in the middle to rest my voice, so this is that one. And unfortunately, I don't have a microphone behind me, and I can't stand up because I have bad knees. I'm due to have a knee replacement on the 14th. So I normally turn around and do it this way, but you'll have to imagine that. And let's see if I can do it with my hand upside down. Almost. I haven't practiced this. Oh, boys, tip your hats. Oh, joy, she's the cat. Who's that, mister? Tater sister, it's sweet Georgia Brown. Yeah. Oh, I still have about 10 minutes. Okay. Got a couple or three songs for you. Let's see. I got a million songs. Yeah. That's what I got. 2 by 2, they go marching through. It's those sweethearts on parade. I'd love to join their fun, but they bar me. For it takes more than one to join their army. Oh, how I pine just to fall in line with those sweethearts on parade. It's mighty tough to find a sweetheart, someone who's different from the rest. And when I'm speaking of a sweetheart, I mean someone who'll stand the test. They are so few and far between. They're not like you, here's what I mean. When my pals turn me down, you're the one pal I found. You're a real sweetheart. When my darkest day came, you smiled on just the same. You're a real sweetheart. Now that I find fate has been kind, I'll build you a love nest that's all silver lined, and I'll work and I'll slave for the things that you crave. You're a real sweetheart. Why do you keep avoiding me? I confess it's annoying me. Honestly, it's so aggravating the way you keep me waiting when I ask for a kiss or two. I will tell you just what you do. You say no, not now, dear. Somehow, dear, you're always too busy for my loving, too busy for my kissing. That is all that I've been getting from you. What's more, and I've been lying I've noticed you've been trying hard to take me, and it's making me. Oh, I can't understand your action, but I'll get my satisfaction. Don't you worry, just you wait and see, dear. Wait till you want me, honey. Then it won't be so funny when I say that I'm too busy for you. Oh, two by two, they go marching through. It's those sweethearts on parade. Well, I think I can probably fit in one more song. Let's see. I have one on my list that I skipped, and you'll find out why I skipped it in a moment. It's a song by Ukulele Ike. It was recorded on what they called at the time a party record. Yeah, what's going on with these microphones? Okay, yeah, a party record. It was on a 78. The other side was a song called I'm Gonna Give It to Mary with Love. And this one is called I'm a Bear in a Lady's Boudoir. It was that kind of record. Yes, it was. See, it may seem tame now, but back in 1939, this was hot stuff. You may talk of all your colleges, fair Harvard and old Yale, and all the universities whose banners brave the gale, and all the football heroes, their glory and renown. Well, I never went to college, but you know I've been to town. Oh, I may not be a football hero, but I'm a star with the beautiful girls. You'll never see me in the thick of a fight, for I do my scoring mostly at night. I never tackle any dummies. I've played the best from near and far. Oh, I'm not a football hero, but I'm a bear in a lady's boudoir. I never fought for alma mater. Lord knows she never fought for me. The boys win a letter for not playing rough. I should get an alphabet for doing my stuff. I never have to call for timeout, for I'm always up to par. Oh, I hate to know I'm not a football hero, but I'm a bear in a lady's boudoir. One night I swung into action. I was rewarded with wild acclaim. The captain said to me, "You're just a little runt. As long as you've been playing, you've never touched a punt." When I removed my interference, the goal was not so very far. Oh, I'm not a football hero, but I'm a bear in a lady's boudoir. By the way, Ukulele Ike was also known as Cliff Edwards, and he was the voice of Jiminy Cricket in Pinocchio, singing When You Wish Upon a Star. So that very same voice was singing that song. And I'd like to end with that one, if I may. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference. You may sing along if you wish. Who you are when you wish upon a star, as dreamers do. When your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. Your dreams come true. Fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come
That's a hard note.
Well, isn't that some mighty fine ukulele playing? Have a round for a lamb. Blind Lemmy Chiffon is the reason we've been able to keep in touch through Zoom through all these years of not seeing each other enough in person. He started it. I want to call to the stage Harry LB. I forget what the LB stands for, but there you are, Harry. Good to see you again. So we're starting the 2x10s. I still have a third slot available if someone gets inspired. Somebody should. So Howard brought Harry to a house, Filk, and I think we've hooked him. I believe this is your first time on stage at FKO, right? So welcome one of our newest Filkers.
Hello. If it can be done, I'd love to plug in. Yeah, that's not great.
So don't forget, after this, we've got open filking in Kennedy and Woodbine and the Consuite Open. And part of this room is going to be locked. Please don't leave any stuff behind.
As I said, hi. Yeah, the name on my name tag is Harry LB, and that's how I was introduced. But up here, my name is Jack Starwell, the first and so far only member of the band Star Crow, playing folk and folk punk songs from across the galaxy, contemporary as well before we colonized the moon. And on that note, I'd like to play a song by the Window Smashing Job Creators. I'm looking through these bottles of change, can't afford to pay my rent. This economy, it's killing me. Most of my money has been spent on all the medicines I need at the local drugstore. Now I won't be able to buy the drugs that I need anymore. So put your means of slack into my backpack. Yeah, we're going on the run. Headed to a shore we've never seen before. Yeah, we're going towards the sun. We're headed to outer space. Yeah, the final frontier. We'll build communism there after we build communism here. So, let's build a commune on the moon. Then let's build a commune on Mars. We've got millions and millions of comrades across billions and billions of stars. I'm looking through these bottles of change, can't afford to pay my rent. This economy is killing me. Most of my money has been spent on all the medicines I need at the local drugstore. Now I won't be able to buy the drugs that I need anymore. Let's build a commune on the moon. Then let's build a commune on Mars. We've got millions and millions of comrades across billions and billions of stars. And something like that. This next tune was written by a fairly well-known anti-corporate activist. But I mean, as a musician, I like to think of her more for her music. Jessica Hellbrand. And this song was one of her less blatantly anti-corpo songs, but I mean, I think it's still in there. Now, before anyone asks, no, I don't. I have never been to the Last Resort. I've heard that there are directions in this song to get there, but I'm not convinced they're real. Anyway, this is the Last Resort. That's not it. This is how it starts. Caught you selling Contra at a T-Station 9, and you didn't have the cash on hand to cover the fine. First things that you got, you gave the lawman the slip and barely got away with you hauling your ship. Now you're running out of fuel, you're drifting alone. You got a hold full of cargo that you need to unload. While the heat is on, you need a place to lie low, and there's one place you can always go. Come on down to the Last Resort, every scoundrel and outlaw's favorite starport. Oh, it's a favor, we'll lend you a hand, 'cause we know what it's like to be on the lam. Drinking in some Dival Dr. Black Hole Point. You got you chatting with the sweetest looking girl in the joint. Thinking this must be my night, things are going so swell. Until in walks her man looking jealous as hell. One fist leads to another and a hit goes wide. Soon the whole bar's brawling and it looks like a riot. Somewhere in the violence and one lost an eye. So that's one more station that you're leaving behind. Come on down to the Last Resort, every scoundrel and outlaw's favorite starport. Oh, it's a favor, we'll lend you a hand, 'cause we know what it's like to be on the lam. Take a left just past the moons of nowhere. Fly right past the galaxy's dimmest star. There'll be a big old neon sign there. If you hit the edge, you've gone too far. Do you need to ditch your crew if a job goes wrong? Or got bounty hunter problems for you don't know how long? Did you reclaim some cargo from some corporate goons and have to shoot your way out of a station saloon? Is someone going around saying you're a narc, or just spreading rumors that you're cheating at cards? Did a squid loving cult have you in their grip? Is the repo man trying to get his hands on your ship? Come on down to the Last Resort, every scoundrel and outlaw's favorite starport. Oh, it's a favor, we'll lend you a hand, 'cause we know what it's like to be on the lam. Thank you very much. That was Jack Starwell. That was Starcrow, kind of. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you, Harry. I think you're going to find that people want to hear a lot more from you. And now we've got Randy Hoffman, one of the most brilliant songwriters in film.
Oh, thank you. So the first one I'm going to do for you, I started at FilKOntario last year, and I finished up at Filk. Sometimes when I'm looking for inspiration, I start playing with the titles of songs that I love and seeing what the altered titles suggest to me. I've always been a fan of Bill Sutton's Caretaker. And if you change one letter in that, well, for me, it inspired this piece. There are many, many things about the world of Spirited Away that are not really explained. And I had fun thinking about them. In this realm, there are no mountains. In this realm, few other paths. I'm the conductor aboard the trains that run past Yubaba's baths. A human and a no-face take two seats that face the sea. So then I step up and hold out my hand, for tickets must come to me. You see, I am the watch on the flooded plains. I am the soul of the trains. In this realm of ancient spirits, many freely go their way, but the lesser shades and all mortal kind, they are forced to pay. The tickets are pocket change for some, for others a hoard of years. I must ensure they are not reused. I shred them with spinning gears. You see, I am the watch on the flooded plains. I am the soul of the trains. The no-face is still and somber, behind its mask all too subdued. But the child's gaze takes in every place, and I silently approve. For the shades wait at crossings and waysides, but they seem to have no urge to ask why the trails of my sodden rails are all that is not submerged. You see, I am the watch on the flooded plains. I am the soul of the trains. At last we reach solid ground of sorts, at a station in a swamp. The girl and the no-face both get off. The girl and the no-face both get off and are met by Zenib. And most man types would go further in to seek more that they could learn. But this railroad only runs one way. They must fly who would return. You see, I am the watch on the flooded plains. I am the soul of the trains. In the night when I look upward, in the night under wind-swept sky, I see a hail of fine silver scale, and I don't have to wonder why. In the clouds above, through a heart of love, a dragon regains its name. And I know in my cold calculating heart, the girl will win the game. You see, I am the watch on the flooded plains. I am the soul of the trains. What's more, I keep the schedules of suns and rains. I am the soul of the trains. Thank you. Yes, fine. And okay. And then there are properties that everybody else has watched, and then I get around to watching, and so I have to contribute my part to the fan lore. Hawkins, Indiana. What an everyday name. but named for young Jim Hawkins of Dread Pirate Peril fame. Hawkins, Indiana, as a Steinbeck might fuss, is not where we take trips, but where trips take us. Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, how each tabloid loudly sings. Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana is a place with stranger things. Now, if you'd like to have a logical explanation for events involving eldritch contamination and a worse rate of mysterious deaths than elsewhere in the nation, some black-suited goons will shut you up soon. Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana has a gate beyond the veil. Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana is much worse than Sunnydale. At first, you wouldn't give it a second glance. No excitement besides the annual snowball dance. If you ain't careful, you won't have a snowball's chance. You'll be tasty food for something's brewed. Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana doesn't look like Salem's Lot. Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, much too mundane till it's not. You might wonder about this tattoo on my arm, but there's no need to view it with terror or alarm. Yes, it's a sign that scientists once did me harm. I've put all that behind, gave them a piece of my mind. Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana. Not Gatlin, Nebraska, Midditch, Springwood, or the Slab, but Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, Hawkins, Indiana, my home sweet lab. And if you're curious, Gatlin, Nebraska is where the Children of the Corn takes place. Midditch is the site of the Midditch Cuckoos. Springwood is where the Nightmare on Elm Street movies take place. There you go.
We can count on Randy to make us laugh and laugh. And now we're going to get to hear from one of your con-chairs. There's Chris, your co-chair. We didn't think we were going to get a chance, but he's going to grace us with a couple of songs now to finish out our concert evening.
I think I'll say it. You can sit? I think I'll say it.
Woo.
I can sit if I want to.
Okay.
This gotta go lower. There we go. I can see the people now.
They're your people.
They are my people. Hi, people. I'm laughing because I've been where you are so many times. Okay, they can hear me now. I'm a little bit nervous about playing in circles later, and I saw this slot come open, and I was like, I'll play here where, except for Sean, everyone's further away. And so, are you staying right here? It wouldn't bother me. But, okay. Thanks for letting me borrow your guitar again, Harry. It saved me running all the way to my room. Okay, this song I wrote, I've been volunteering in London. Wait, why am I moving this? Trust Sean. Just trust Sean. Don't move things. Volunteering with the community that they facilitate community houses for folks with intellectual disabilities. Really cool people. And they host an open mic, and it's like the most important thing that I found in my last season of life in London. This open mic for people with intellectual disabilities. It's a community that's called L'Arche. They're all over North America. I fit in there so easily and so quickly, and that's because of you guys. Everything that I learned here was so perfectly applicable there. And so I wrote this song, and the first verse is about the L'Arche open mic. And the second verse, I was very sad that I wasn't at the last GTA or song circle. And that's about that. And the third verse is just about open mics, which is so appropriate because there's an open mic just on the other side of the lobby tonight. So it's glorious. Anyway, this song is to the L'Arche folks, it's the L'Arche Coffee House song. To others, it's the Reasons for Song. Wednesday night on the edge of town, oodles of voices come on down. They're tunes and lyrics that we share. They are for showing that we care. And though some music is off key, that doesn't matter much to me, 'cause every voice in every song here has a place to belong. There's music for laughter, music for grieving, music for carrying our friends who need caring, music for love and to overcome hate, music for all, and music is great. In a living room not far away, a circle of singers is at play. Covers, originals, parody, some serious, some for comedy. And though some music is offbeat, they are all supportive sweets, 'cause music heals and art repairs the scars we take over the years. It's for spreading smiles and sharing hope. It's for expressing pain to help us cope. It's for the bright of day and the peace of night. It's for taking hands and saying everything's alright. It's music for laughter, music for grieving, music for carrying our friends who need carrying, music for love and to overcome hate, music for all, and music is great. In cafes and bars, both far and near, that's not the chord, whatever, both far and near, the stages are set for us to hear. Open jams and open mics, feel the groove, get in the hype. And though some music ain't our style, it's worth it for the friends and smiles, 'cause music ain't just for the stars. So come on down and make it ours. There's music for laughter, music for grieving, music for carrying our friends who need carrying, music for love and to overcome hate, music for all, and music is great. It's for bringing down walls so love can rise. It's for comforting those with watery eyes. It's for joining in and singing along. There are so many reasons for song. All right. I don't think that's true. I'm still grateful to be part of this community. I'm gonna maybe go a little over the limit here and play one of my other new songs, but I'm the last one, so I'm not pushing anything off schedule, right? All kick me out.
I'll kick me out. Okay. This is another one of my newest songs. It's not that new. I got a lot of really new songs in February, but this one's from August, and y'all heard it the last one I was at, but it's just so good, and I want to play it for y'all again. The Toronto people heard it. Everyone else didn't yet. So anyway, blah blah blah. Can anyone tell me what's driving this heavy-handed hay we hear? We deaf to the alarm bells ringing. I gotta slow this down. Na 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 na. But there's beauty in abundance. Have you seen the flowers in their bed? Though the forecast is gray and despondent, roses still bloom in red, still bloom in red. Can anyone see the horizon? When did the line fade to gray? Can we get back what was stolen? Without love, there is no way. But don't forget the ones still fighting, working, praying for a better dawn. Yeah, there's orange in the early morning. There's courage for the keeping on, for the keeping on. Though the pundits swing away on Twitter, cynics spin on the news. Though we languish in lies, the pen still gives. Words bloom, and poetry lives. And poetry lives. Can anyone remember the silence? Or is it lost to this general groan? Has the sound turned gray all around us? What's good amidst this dreadful drone? Still the yellow catches droplets of water. The children are learning to swim. Yeah, they're splashing, spinning, and laughter to drown out the groan of the grim. The groan of the grim. Can anyone tell me the reason we call this gray slab a game? It seems to me gigantic treason, parking in the place of the grain. Yeah, the cracks will finger the pavement, the green will surely break through. Life won't stay in confinement, and with hope like the grass we rise to, we will rise to. Though the pundits spin away on Twitter, cynics spin on the news. Though we languish in lies, the pen still gives. Words bloom, and poetry lives. And poetry lives. Can anyone smell the herring? All this judgment and hate amplified. Us versus them, it's a motive recurring, meant to distract, delay, and divide. But humans love across borders, cross race, creed, and ocean blue. Yeah, there's mercy to our disorder, and loving those who are different from you. Different from you. Can anyone see past the curtains drawn around the gears of our pain? There's no one pulling the levers, invisible hand, undeniable stain. But the fabric of our being has not been sundered yet. There's purple in the north sky dancing. There's beauty that we can't forget. That we can't forget. Though the pundits spin away on Twitter, cynics spin on the news. Though we languish in lies, the pen still gives. Words bloom, and poetry lives. And poetry lives. Can anyone bring meaning to madness? My heart can't take the toll, but I won't give in to the bleakness, and I won't let the hate control. 'Cause there's color in the bluster if we only look and see. There's courage for us to muster. There'll be love for you and me, for you and me. Though the pundits spin away, twit, cynics spin on the news. Though we languish in lies, the pen still gives words blue. And poetry lives, and poetry lives. I'm not going to say anything Jane's not going to say. Jane, take us away.
Thank you, Chris, for ending our concert evening with such positive, hopeful messages. And that you are now free to go open Filk, play, sing, listen, enjoy. Make sure that you don't leave possessions in this room. We have to lock up to protect the sound equipment. And see you in open Filk. Hi there.
You did a little note to share.
Oh.
I forgot to tell you that the title of that song, that's a lyric alteration of Caretaker about the conductor, is titled Faretaker.
Randy, you never answered my email.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Asking if you wanted to be a mouse again.
Oh, sure. Sorry. I've been so...
Maybe I don't have the right email anymore. It didn't bounce.
It came to me, I meant to reply, and...
Okay. Well, I have more